wanted to show you now my trip and where I went, and really great construction. I like the way it snaps. Okay, so anyway, you just turn it on with this, and as you can see, I have 1 bar left, so I probably, because I let it sit a while, but I rode this thing with 62 miles from one end. It had 62 miles on, where is it? Oh, it's 80 miles now, but I had 62 miles on the odometer heading in the other direction, like going back home, so to speak, in the park. And when I reached my car, it said like 76, 77. So something in that range. I calculated it, and it was 34 miles, and I had 2 bars left. So this is the throttle when you want to go, so you want to make sure you push off like a regular, like a regular cart with your foot, and then as soon as you have some speed, you engage the throttle. And just be careful pulling this thing, because if you pull it really hard, it could take off on you and you can end up on the floor. That's how strong the motor is on this thing, and it does 25 miles an hour, go figure. And so another thing that I noticed that works really well as far as recharging the battery is, because they do say that when you brake, it sort of recharges the battery a little bit when you're braking, like regeneration. And so now I started on my own, which I noticed is when I'm riding it and I release the throttle and it starts to coast and kind of like on its way of slowing down. That could be equivalent to applying your brake, which I don't use that much. I noticed that it throws some juice back into the battery. So something to think about. And then also you have this brake handle, which is really great. This dynamite bell, which is recessed into the brake handle. Love it. And I just love the way they covered up the wiring with this nylon wrap, which is really fantastic. It goes right into the shaft, all the way down, and then it comes out through the bottom. This is the part that I kind of don't like. I kind of wish that it was protected somehow, maybe put within the frame of where you put your feet, kind of like they did on the other side, which I really like. I like this notch that they put in. I can lock up my Eco Rico now, which you've seen in other videos, and it's a no-brainer. Even if they bypass the lock, they would have to cut this end, cut that end, and it's time-consuming. And then maybe bend the metal down just to take it. And then they have to deal with my U-lock that a lot of bicycles use, and I put mine through here. And so I always put like a double lock on it. And so this is exposed. I'm not saying I've banged things into it, but it's kind of exposed. I wish it was more recessed within the metal and protected, but it is what it is. Hopefully, maybe they'll knock out these kind of kinks. And I know that Eco Rico watches videos of what people put, and they get their ideas from that. So keep posting, I guess. Just keep posting.